What's up, guys? Eddie here from the Gamers Next Door. I have a special guest today. We got Mr. Robin here, owner, founder, CEO of Orlando's hottest gaming cafe / bar if you're 21 or older. Ready, game, begin. So, Robin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Eddie, for having me on your show today. So I'm looking forward to talking about this place and what we do here.
Listen, man, it's an honor to really have you here with us because, by all means, like, this is Orlando, and not a lot of stuff like this goes on in Orlando, especially, you know, from someone who comes from, like, this guy comes from a really humble background, and also he's a fellow geek like us.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
We're just going to ask him a few questions, and he's going to give us some answers and let us know where he started. Where did this idea come from?
So believe it or not, a couple years ago, I was with some buddies over at Player One Arcade. There you go. There's some marketing for you there, Player One. So I was over there.
Still come here.
Yeah, for sure. So I was over there, and we were out hanging out and about, and I was sitting there playing some of the games. You know, I had a beer in my hand. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, you know what we're missing? We're missing a more dedicated arcade in a sense of modern. You know, we always have those barcades that are floating out, you know, where they have the old school games and you got the bars and everything. And I was sitting there playing, and I was like, you know, this is great and all, but I like to play the new stuff now, you know? We like the old retro stuff, you know, as we got, you know, there's Pac-Man, Galaga, and even some of the older 90s cabinets like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter back in the day. But there's really no great location to really benefit the new stuff. And I got to an idea in my head. It's like, well, how can I make this place modern and better, essentially speaking? That's where I came up with my idea. Okay. So over the course of about a year, I didn't tell my wife this, but I was sitting there just kind of planning in my head, like, okay, if I do this, how can I work on this? How can I change this? How can I make it to where people want to come and hang out and still play the new stuff, even though they have this stuff at home? And with a lot of planning, with the great thumbs up from the wife once I presented her my PowerPoint thesis on what I planned on doing.
Gotta make sure you get the thumbs up.
The real boss behind the scenes. This is what you see. RGB came to be fruition.
Awesome.
You know, America's, I'd say, Orlando specifically, and Central Florida right now, newest social gaming and esports lounge.
Awesome. It's a very universal atmosphere too. What is the range of the oldest games and the newest games?
We have everything here from mid to late 70s all the way up to current day. We have emulation-based stations that have 1,500 plus games on them. We have over 100 of the latest and newest games that are out on both Xbox, PC, PlayStation, virtual reality. We have racing simulation here that you can't find, 3-screen racing sim. We have a dedicated dance cabinet called Step Maniacs, which is the newest dance rhythm game. The only one in the entire southeast of the United States right now at this current moment in time. I mean, we have everything, you know. Anything you want to do here, any game you want to play, we pretty much have it.
Very universal. No pun intended. It's located on Universal Boulevard?
Correct. Yeah, we're on Universal Boulevard. We're very universal for Universal Boulevard.
Robin, where do you see Ready Game Begin in the future?
I want it to be a household name that everybody knows, that everybody wants to go to. I envision it as a place where kids grow up and be like, Mom, can we go to RGB? That's our acronym. You know, it's Ready Game Begin, RGB. If you can see my logo in there, very easy to remember. Smart. But no, I see it as a household name, like, you know, Dave & Buster's or a Chuck E. Cheese's, but also as a more grown-up and sophisticated place for us adult gamers who also just want to get away and just have some fun. You know, I want your boys to be like, yo, man, we gotta go to that netcade. Let's go check out RGB and let's go play some games tonight and have some fun. You know, let's squad up with 6 of our buddies on Call of Duty and let's just go to town on people. You know, that's what I envision. You know, I also envision it as a place where people know it as the #1 location for tournaments. Okay. So if you go to any state, you know, eventually there'll be an RGB Georgia or an RGB North Carolina or RGB California. You know, I want it to be that place where when you hear that name, that you know it's the best location for gaming, new to modern and current generation. The best location for tournament gaming, especially the local scene, not necessarily on the pro league. You know, locals are very important that I think a lot of places they miss out on. You know, and just that fantastic place where people can go and escape, and just have a great time and have a great day, and it's not expensive.
Okay, absolutely, yeah. And I noticed you were talking about like the branding. Ready, you guys notice on the shirt, Ready Game Begin, kind of RGB, red, green, blue. Go ahead, show it off.
Where if you can
got
see
the lights. You got the Ready is red, the game is green, Begin is blue. That's cool. That's a cool little like advertisement.
Has different scenes and everything,
The
guys.
lights, there's a little hair on top of the control. Oh man, that's pretty fire, pretty fire. So let's see here.
Hey, you got to make it cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do things that your normal businesses are not willing to do. You know, by giving back to the community and having more of a community-driven location.
Where did your passion from gaming originally come from, Robin? Tell us about that.
I've always been a gamer.
Always been a gamer? Like
I was
most
6
of us.
years old. I had a Nintendo Entertainment System. You know, that was my own personal console that my brother and my sister, we all had one. I grew up with Atari, Coleco, and television. A lot of things that people don't have heard of. Well, everyone's heard of Atari, but ColecoVision and television, no one knows about that stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
unless
today.
you're like a story. You know,
Yeah, or an older gamer like us, you
Yeah.
know. But I've always been a gamer. I was always that kid that I socialized, but I didn't socialize. You know, I talked a lot when it was about video games because I love the art, I love the music. Even back in the 8-bit era and the 16-bit era, I thought it was amazing. You know, I didn't listen to, you know, Michael Jackson and things like that. You know, I love gaming music.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of what kept my interest in games alive. And that's why I'm a big, like, rhythm and dance player when it comes to gaming.
Robin, before we end things here, we do have fighters here. So I'm just going to go on the home screen and we want to show them what type of variety it is.
Well, just for example, this one station right here. This is one of our fighting stations on one of our nice big screen TVs with no latency. So for any of you fighters out there that's very peculiar about the latency, this TV is absolutely fantastic. And we have everything. As you can see here, we got Dragon Ball, Marvel vs. Capcom, Injustice, Mortal Kombat, Under Night, Gundam Versus. Dude, you can play Apex on here, Fortnite, Brawlhalla, Tekken, Sam Show, Blaze Blue, Soul Calibur, and the list just keeps going. Every single one of these games has all DLCs. So we're not that arcade or some of these other places that have these games, and you either have to check out the game. Everything's all digitally downloaded, all DLCs for everything. So you can come in here and you can just pick up the controller and go. You do not need to bug an attendant. You can just hop around to anything you want. It's an arcade atmosphere. So you get to chill and hang and be able to play everything when it comes out, the day it comes out. And that's an awesome thing. Don't spend your money. Let me spend the money, and you guys get to play everything.
Absolutely. So, we're going real quick on how much is it to come in here and play.
Yeah,
I know it's play all day.
So yeah, it's. I know this is probably the thing you guys want to know is how much does it cost? It's really cheap. It's just $7 an hour, or for $15, you can play the whole day. You can also come and go as much as you want within that same day. So you don't have to feel like if you leave, you can't come back. And you get to play everything. The VR, which a lot of places charge extra for. You know, they charge extra to rent a headset. I have a headset on every station. You know, you can play anything you want. And that's just the best thing you can do. And it's the cheapest thing in Orlando right now when it comes to entertainment.
He's not lying either. I've seen people like you come like that are here earlier in the day. They leave, come back, and it's just a simple, oh, hey, welcome back, guys. And then they just go on, put on the VR headset, grab a controller, grab a keyboard.
It's been a pleasure. Hoping you see you guys more often here at Gamers Next Door.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be here, guys. Remember the Gamers Next Door, so be sure to give the Gamers Next Door and Ready Game Begin a like on Facebook.
Yeah, so check it out. It's facebook.com/RGBFL or RGBFlorida.com if you want to check out the Facebook site, #RGBFL. Check us out and keep an eye on our tournaments and events page if you want to see all the cool up-and-coming stuff.
We're going to be here. If you ever want to meet us, as far as the Gamers Next Door goes, you just type that in on Facebook, first one that pops up. Simple as that. Well, guys, this is actually Eddie and Robin signing out. We hope you enjoyed. You know, you got a lot of insight on Ready Game Begin. And as always, happy gaming.
Play on.